La Crosse, Wisconsin is a great place to live, work, and play. The City Vision 2020 podcast this month featuring Adam Lorentz from the MTU. Adam, thanks for joining us again. A lot of things happening with the MTU this year.
Yeah, I think with any department, there's a lot of things happening. Obviously, there's been some big impacts to our services and how we operate, but there's also some really good things happening this year as well.
Let's talk about what's positive with the MTU.
We were actually awarded 2 additional buses. Those buses came as part of the round 2 of the VW settlement, which was a settlement that VW settled with the government for falsifying emission records. And we were awarded 2 hybrid buses. The purpose of the VW mitigation was to take some old buses that produce a lot of that carbon footprint, heavy levels of fumes out the bus, and replace more efficient buses. We're really thankful that we were one of the cities that were awarded 2 buses. And that's going to put our fleet up to 10 new buses by the end of next year.
So with 10 new buses coming in 2021, Adam, what does that mean for the average rider in the city of La Crosse?
For one, it's just going to be an easier ride. You know, some of these buses that we had were dating back from 2001, 2002, and to get those off the road, obviously, anything new is better, it seems like. Just the ease of the ride, the noise, and the smell, the fumes that come from the bus. You know, with the low emission idles, you're not even knowing that it's a bus in front of you anymore compared to 10, 15, 20 years ago where, the joke was that there's a cloud of smoke coming out of the back of the buses. Just user-friendliness of the buses. Some of our new buses are equipped with charging stations for USB charging. All of our buses now are equipped with an AVL monitoring system. The riders can see where the buses are in real time. So if they're at a stop, they know exactly if the bus is going to be there in 1 minute, 2 minutes, or the next bus will be there in 20 minutes.
One of the things that I've noticed in the last few years is more and more people are using the bike racks on the front of the buses. Are the new buses going to be equipped with those?
Absolutely, yeah. We work with a lot of the local bike advocate groups around the city of La Crosse, and they always call us part of that last mile, they call it, where if a bike rider, wants to utilize some of these great trails throughout the city of La Crosse, but they can't get from point A to point B, to utilize them, they're able to use the MTU to get to those last mile destinations. Absolutely, there'll be bike racks in all of our buses.
What about people with diminished abilities to get on and off a bus? Is there any help for that?
All the buses are ADA equipped, so our buses can lower right to the curb or right to the ground, and all of our buses are equipped with motorized ramp. If anybody has some type of mobility device, we can get them in there. And we also have securement stations, and actually our new buses are equipped with more efficient and safer securement stations for people that have, such as like a motorized scooter or a wheelchair. We're able to secure them into the front of the bus. They don't have to worry just not only getting on the bus, but once they're riding on the bus, they can feel safe and know that they're going to get to their final destination safe.
Speaking of safety, and a lot of protocols in 2020 that have come, and I see the bus drivers using them all the time with the masks and stuff. Do the riders have to wear masks as well when they're on the buses?
Yeah. Yep. So actually before the governor's order, we were putting in where everybody had to wear a mask on the bus. And then obviously our bus operators are required too. But that's really just the tip of the iceberg of what we've done here for the kind of COVID protocol. We spoke last time, we were kind of getting started with some of the items, but we have a fogger and a mister machine that deep sanitizes the buses every single day. We have new chemicals that are proven to kill not only the COBIT, but also the common flu and other types of viruses that our cleaning staff relentlessly goes over the buses. We have utilized the back door as much as we can to try to stop that close range proximity with our bus operators and the passengers. And to talk about positives of this, well, one of the positives is that we were actually awarded some CARES money directly to us from the federal government, which allowed us now to suspend fares for the rest of the year. So what that does is 2 things. One, it obviously stops the interaction with the bus operator and tries to keep that 6 feet of social distancing. Also with handling of cash fares and passes, that's something you don't want to do right now. But really, thirdly, it's allowing people that are maybe have been impacted by COVID, financially, that they know that they don't have to worry about their bus pass or their bus fare for that day or month. In all the midst of all the negativity, I think that's one positive that's really stood out, that the EMT's been there for people in need.
Now, obviously, there's a cost to a lot of this stuff. How does that end up getting paid for?
We're funded federally and through the state, and then also there's some local shares. So the city of La Crosse pays a portion, and our surrounding contract communities of La Crescent, Campbell, and Onalaska. Some of that goes into it, but the main portion of our capital purchases, such as new buses or equipment for the buses, really the majority of our purchases are coming directly from federal or state grants. There's very little amount that is actually charged to the taxpayers. Like the VW was a grant. These 10 new buses all were part of a grant, and our AVL system was part of it too.
What's the name of the app?
City of La Crosse MTU.
Okay, so I just do a search for City of La Crosse MTU?
Yep.
One last question I have, Adam, is where can we find out about what's happening right now?
So we really try to make a good effort to keep our website up to date. You can find that right through the cityoflacrosse.org, and we're right on the front page under transit. We've also really had an increased following on our Facebook, so we do daily updates there and daily posts. So you can find us at the City of La Crosse MTU Facebook. And then also our app. So I talked about a mobile app, which is free to download for Apple or through Google Play or through iTunes. And we do updated information on there as well. We're really trying to make sure that people have accurate information right then and there, as opposed to, back in the day where all had to be paper or postings. Now people can have it at their fingertips. And then lastly, people that don't have access to those items, they can just give us a call here. We're always staffed here during business hours, Monday through Friday, and then occasionally on Saturday morning. So if people want to call us at 608-789-7350, there'll be somebody here that'll be more willing to give more information.
The Year Vision 2020 Conversations with Department Heads from the City of La Crosse is a podcastforhire.com production. For more information about La Crosse, visit the website cityoflacrosse.org.